lakad matatag!
Huge transition.
I mean, I think you play like how you played mid lane last time. You go BKB, travel.
Drop here for first blood, and he'll be okay. Or will he? Actually, a couple more auto attacks. Akashi might have a butt. First blood first. Tino actually is going to get that bounty bonus off that soul assumption. Nice turn.
That's pretty big for Tino, just having that nice little injection of gold onto the Visage, rushing your initial Basilius, getting a few of your items up. You don't get the solo EXP, and you do still find a kill. Mac lane against Bob pretty well, although Bob's holding his own quite nicely. The matchup for the Leshrac and the Storm tends to go back and forth. It does feel like either one can outplay here, depending on how well you land your stunts, especially on Mac. Rune control is going to be the key part of that mid. Whether or not you've got the supports to come out is another question. Oh my god.
Another kill back down bottom. This is starting to really hemorrhage. 3 kills here for Polaris in this cast, as long as you're facing your target. Both could be problematic, but I don't suspect it'll be that big a deal, as you're saying, because you've got really great vision and a lot of initiation to back them up. Tino top lane though, 2 stacks there. Akashi looking for the 4th and final, and does not quite get it. And CML, is going to be able to get that return kill at the very least. That Hellbear Smasher doing work and picking up the 2nd kill now, as Shanks will be the lone survivor in this top lane. Thought about going top. He went top with the first haste rune, which was what I was about to say, but he'll let this one percolate for a bit longer in the bottle.
Yeah, just take control mid, kind of watch where he needs to go.
Bottom, Bach, yep, hit level 6. They're going to go immediately on to Palos now. They have the kill very easily there. No rotations in response. Instead, mid lane, Bob will go mid. CML, though, did give himself that Frost Shield level 1, buying a bit of extra time, but that DD rune, it's just a matter of seconds before Bob has a 2nd kill, maybe a 3rd here. Mac, the stun is avoided, and 2 there for Bob. They will once again lose Carlo down bottom, so Polaris not without their own kills, but
Bob is the real momentum carrier for the team come early mid-game to the mid-game.
Bob, just getting away. Telekinesis, 5 seconds left on that cooldown. Bob out of mana, running for his life. Akashi, though, is going to be assisted there by CML Sinister Gaze, and Carlo too late on the TP. So at least Akashi's
that sidekick in the familiars. You do still want that progression onto the Battle Fury here. And despite those stats, again, he's not too far behind in comparison to Akashi.
Okay, heavy commitment there, but Bob is going to zip across the entire Wukong's command. It enables him to get the kill. No, Akashi couldn't leap out of the trees in time. Now there's a Centaur Conqueror making his way over here. With the Vortex, they have enough control, and even through the Frost Shield to kill.
Yeah, it's just such a strong wooden and stone's throw with Palos here.
They're going to go bottom. Good mana here for Bob to secure. There's no arrow for a couple more seconds, so they just have to do it the old-fashioned way with damage. Bob needing to find this kill, got pushed back by the roar, and Bach's not going to be able to pick up the kill there. Tower, though, still very low. That wagon's getting off a couple more shots, but top lane, there's more action now with CML. Staying alive for now, as Tino is going to be the target. Mac hitting him with plenty of damage now. Nice stun, but shouldn't save the life of Tino. And he's not going to be able to do much else through those infused raindrop charges either. Oh no, 1 familiar down as well. So decent. There's a Moonlight Shadow available. John, trivia time. Do Hawks see well at night? Because so far, no.
No. I mean, they're day hunters, right?
That's true.
Are they? I mean, some of them hunt at night, but those are more like owls.
It's true. That's a good catch, though. They're throwing everything they can at Palos, and the Chain Frost is going to be able to pick up the kill. Execration under the cover of the Moonlight Shadow now, maybe looking to counter-initiate, but there's a Sentry this time here from Polaris, as they 3-minute odd time in here for Polaris, looking really unstoppable. Execration, though, are smoking up. They're going to make a play. Roar onto Tino, but they are finding the Stoneforms now onto Bach. Full Vessel and a big ol' zip from Bob. That's a kill, and a dominating streak now for the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, Bob just cleans up.
Oh no, the Dinosaur as well.
Which will always have output.
Sneaky move. As they go on to Palos. Now Mac joining from the side, but he's actually caught now by the smoke gank of Execration. Arrow coming down on him. They might actually have this kill on a Mac. Big zip in from Bob, and the Bloodstone heal's not enough. Tino is falling rather quickly though, and they're actually onto Akashi. Didn't get off the BKB, John. Has Jingu Mastery, gets the BKB off, cannot jump away. Bob with the physical damage has 2 kills as the team fight falls apart for Polaris. They tried to set up there onto Palos and instead got just...
Outside of 1 or 2 kills so far, the response from Execration has been strong to make these fights not a clear win. Players are going in for the TP here.
This is dangerous. There's a TP. Execration see, I think they signed 3, now 4 of those TPs, so they know exactly what to expect. They're operating here with phenomenal information.
Mac.
No enchant here to dispel anything, but the jump in from Palos here. Remember, he doesn't have the Aegis, the Roar, everything thrown onto him. Still fighting to do, still has BKB, now gets it off, has the haste rune, is going to just be able to run outside of the Wukong's command. Tino, in his stone form, thanks to the recently purchased Ag Shard, is also going to stay alive as Bob jumps on in. Remember, he still has his Aegis for 2 minutes, but that's already 2 dead on the side of Polaris. Execration acting as smoke breakers. It's the ward placed down. They get vision onto 1 at the very least. Tino leaving the dough for dead. Now they can buy back and go to this outpost. It is under the control of Execration. But without an Aegis, they seem a little bit haphazard here. Oh, just kidding. In they go. There's the buyback like we were talking about. Mac has no BKB quite yet, but has plenty of teammates to back him up. As in goes Palos, immediately roared after the BKB is active. Akashi as well, showing up to fight. As in goes Bob now, trying to burst through the supports. Does find one. That's his godlike streak. But most importantly, Execration have managed to just get outside of the Wukong's command. No Wukongs, no BKB. In goes Palos, trying to nuke through Bob. They get the telekinesis onto the Storm Spirit, but it doesn't change a darn thing. 3 heroes dead. To sense the damage.
Absolutely. Yes. Would be even funnier if Force was still in Polaris. Fortunately, he's not.
That it would. Although it wouldn't be funny for our ears because he would just continuously spam the voice lines.
He never stops.
No,
like that guy.
He doesn't.
He's a bit of a. He's an interesting guy. You know, every time Force was on for play, they missed.
This could be nice if they can kill Tino, but actually the bongo boots get him out in time. And now Bob's going back in, forcing a couple of BKBs. He's still fighting. Feared, roared, everything. They need a save from, but there's just no damage, and he's down to the low ground. Akashi dying through the BKB, turns into a tree before he's killed off, and Polaris have been routed. Back into the fountain they go. If Bob catches, it might be over, Jonathan.
They don't have buybacks, and they just don't have a presence here.
Oh, the arrow's at least going to be avoided, but Bach falling. That might be the last nail in the coffin here. No buyback on him either. Tier 4 is crumbling as the voice lines, they're all coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out. And Polaris, they had a pretty decent early game, right? Only the mid lane where Bob did manage to eke a lead over Mac.
Bob. Just another casual juke there. Doesn't care about your BKB.
Absolutely no cares. Doesn't care for not having mana either.
Nope, doesn't need mana. GG will be forced out. Execration, they're proving it wasn't a fluke that they finished on top last season. They are...
I feel like this was very unnecessary.
Is that even like a really good lane?
Still able to farm up, but you do have to watch it once the levels rack up. Although,
yeah, that might just be a kill, and looks like it will be. As level 2, they are going to take that point of the Metamorphosis with the slow, extremely easy first blood there for Akashi.
And that's
top lane there. Did you see that? Marcy beating herself up on the Reflect? They're usually not that high def. That was really fascinating. Anyway, I've been distracted. Boomy's died in this top lane. Bach is... Oh, Palos is just here to kill the board. Never mind. I thought he was here to help.
No,
he's here to farm.
You know, he's a carry player. We talked about rotations. None of that is coming out yet.
Not yet. Maybe around the 6-minute rune we'll see some of those, as that Arcane Curse slow at level 2 is enough to condemn Tino alongside the bonus damage of the Metamorphosis. Not to mention they're also buffing, that this is Boomy for Polaris, that is, who is continuing to look to buff up and increase the rate that they probably get this Pudjax on time, because he's actually rotating it over. He's denied a rune there, so Bob does not have a bottle refill right now until the power rune, and he's also stacked inside the Radiant Triangle in the same stroke. So really, really efficient rotations without putting Bach in any risk as well. Maybe even another kill back down bottom here, by the way. Metamorphosis is still active, and the kill will go to CML, but a kill all the same. Polaris are not going to complain about that. However, there's another kill. Maybe they haven't made a play in this top lane, but Carlo and Palos seemingly content to continue farming, as Bob is going to secure the second rune that spawns. It is going to be the Arcane, and, well, he immediately activates that. Get ready for some Imba Sleight of Fist. Although, actually now with the... Whoa, where is our Spectre? She gone bottom. She has gone bottom. Or mid lane. There's 2 fights going on. In they go mid. Onto Mac now, as Palos is being dismembered. Nice silence here. Prevents any more damage coming out from Bob, but Palos a bit too tanky. He will live, even if just barely. They also get the kill, a second, that is, into this mid lane onto the Rubik, but they're looking now to secure this kill onto Palos, and they will have it easily. Boomy secures it with the Fade Bolt. However, Bob continuing. I thought he was top.
He just sees that opportunity. They get the roar up top, though.
But where's the follow-up, though?
What?
Oh, no. Parallax, sir. It's okay. Mac, he's going to walk in for the Dismember anyway. See, it didn't matter.
Oh, no.
There he is. The Dismember interrupted, but is Paolo still going to die? Perhaps, and indeed he will fall. Carlo now ought to be next, but there are rotations, especially from Bob here in the mid lane. It's a nice rebound stun only onto one, as well as actually that dispose. Oh, sets up Bob beautifully for the sleight of fist kill. Mac, though, is still going to rot down a second. However, the Remnant's giving chase. Bob is going to actually continue here, this Arcane Curse, as he looks for this follow-up kill onto Mac. Shanks with the rebound, with the dispose in 2 seconds. Doesn't need it. Bob with another kill on the sleight of fist. They're diving for more. There's the rebound. Another Arcane Curse.
No way.
I know Bob. That's not stopping him. And
no way.
Ultra kill for Bob.
Wait, they're
Shanks
keeping it?
nearly dies to the tower. Boomy once again secures the kill with the Fade Bolt. Has the telekinesis. That's a TP coming in now, courtesy of Bach. But he doesn't really have anything to reach the December Spirit. And now Execration are respawning. There's the refill for the bottle.
I do remember a time where Spectre did build this.
Really?
For stats.
Okay.
At least 1 week where Spectre did build this for stats. I don't know when, I don't know how, and I probably erased it off my mind, but I do remember.
Oh, there's the initiation. They want to prevent the global from coming through, but they won't be able to do so, and that allows the Marcy to be deleted. The hook, that time it doesn't miss. Goodbye to Carlo. 2 kills for Akashi. He wants the tower next. Can they actually get Bob? There's a haunt. Oh, and the reality's onto the back lines, actually. Now Paolo's back onto the Hellbear Smashers. He's being beaten back, but Mac, without a hook for 3 more seconds, can't quite follow up to secure the kill. Bob from the side, a little bit low on mana. Has 1 Remnant, but the hook, there's 2 in a row. Only forces out the Remnant.
Go with a Metamorphosis. They've got the Yasha up along with the Dragonlance, so working into the Manta next. That's when you start to feel more stable on that Terrorblade. He's still playing tag.
They, okay, the DD on it. There's a full Bongo Boots finish already. 2-man rebound, a thing of beauty here through the flesh heap. Mac is falling quickly, gets off the wand, turning back now for a little bit more rot damage. Bob a little bit lower on the mana, but not on confidence. He goes in, finds the 2-man Searing Chains, and for the second time this game, a double kill with the sleight of fist. He is which we've seen executed once. Get the global off, let Mac hit a couple of hooks, let him rot all over the place with that move speed slow. All of a sudden, these Bongo Boots, you know, global silence, I don't care. I'll use my items. Get the team out of dodge, out of harm's way is that Tornado a little bit fast. But the Blink Dagger reveal for Mac on point. Too many creeps and now no chance to interrupt. But can they actually get through Palos in time? There's still a Mac. The Mac heal not going to be good enough, though. Mac now, can he get out? Another 2-man rebound into the arrow. They've deleted one. Oh, no. CML, he's turned himself into a pig, but he's only going to see Boomy fall. As now with Maelstrom online, Bob chases for a third. He'll have it. And, well, Polaris, they get something off the Blink reveal, but the cost, especially with Marcy ready to make the jump on in. Another arrow. Oh, doesn't find the Paolo snatches the Aegis. Silenced up. He doesn't care a bit as Mac and the rest of Polaris just chilling in the middle of the river. Paolo's falling low, but the mech heal's good enough. He will fall on his first life, but after the stolen Aegis, he'll be back to fight a second round. Oh, but they've caught Bob with the roar. He's gone a bit too deep ahead of the team, and he will die. That'll send the rest of Execration scattering as the hook. Whoa! A little bit of fancy footwork there from Mac, but he'll be rewarded with another kill, another flip.
If you're going to dismember and roar this guy, and they can start to reveal that now with the smoke.
Get ready here, as it's going to be a big one. Oh, they also have vision immediately onto Bach, and they are going to absolutely delete him. Palos as well. That was the shadow step in from his Ag Scepter, so still has the regular haunt to fight with. But Polaris, they're going to use the Metamorphosis. They're going to go back in off the Global Silence. Mac as well with the Dismember. They found Tino. That's a lot of the durability gone. He has no buyback. Bob trying to keep them at bay. Searing Chain stolen from the Rubik. If he can only close the gap. Shanks trying to prevent that, though, with the nice rebound for additional move speed. Bob thinking about turning already. There goes Palos now being dragged back in. Rooted once, but now the haunts. He's onto the back lines, but all the auto attacks chasing him down as Bob goes in as well. Palos being focused, fired, and with the hook, they have him. The Iascati still a little bit too much. Bob pops the wand back to his Remnant underneath the tier 2 tower, but Polaris, oh no, support Spectre incoming. As there's a hook onto Akashi. Careful here, they have follow-up. Fortunately, the Global Silence is going to prevent the immediate stone forms here. It's also a Dismember, but Mac already dead. And there's going to be the self-stone form now from the Visage. Akashi being chased down.
Oh, the Meteor Hammer!
Thunder. Oh, the Meteor Hammer!
No way!
Jonathan!
No way!
20%!
What?
Look at
Immediately! Immediately he does it! No way! Oh, he actually did it! The madman!
A thing of beauty!
What? It actually worked! He actually did it!
That's how I feel about that. You know, when life gives you lemons, you say, do you know who I am?
Oh.
I'm Palos, and I'm being dismembered, but there's the arrow. I thought it was going to miss, but it didn't. There's going to be the Primal Roar. They need some sort of savior. Telekinesis, the Chain Stun, and the mech simply not enough from the high ground. Execration, all they can
bash her up.
Oh, BKB activated here as they've already deleted the tower. They need to get some chain stuns. There's the global silence coming through as well. Akashi freed from the fight as well, looking for the break onto Palos, but he's only finding dead teammates around him. Mac and CML have both fallen as Bob jumps into the backlines, has no BKB. He's found himself forward. Oh, here it comes down again! Oh, the second time! They've actually killed it.
No!
I can't believe it! And the arrow's perfectly timed. Oh,
What?
no!
What is this?
Akashi, he's gone down now for the second time here as a result of the... In we go again. They're going to immediately make the jump onto Mac. Arrow gets caught by CML. Oh, the global does come through eventually. And now the roar onto Shanks to keep CML alive. They've killed at least the Marcy. The fight for Polaris, though, now it's starting to break down. Mac, without any support, is beaten down here by Palos. And now Bob is unleashed into the fight. Polaris, with what tools do they have left to fight? A silver edge for Akashi, but that's only to run. CML can't get much further here as Bach being stunned. Oh, a beautiful stun by 2 onto the stone form. And all Akashi can do is simply run away. They've only gotten the Marcy, but the rest of Polaris falls silent as they are murdered one by one in the retreat.
Anyway.
That's a good point. As they are onto Mac. That was just a shadow step used. Telekinesis out from Boomy to get him to a bit of a safer spot. That's a full haunt in, which will end kind respond with the global silence. Palos finds CML. I mean, you can take him. We've already used his global silence as Polaris, hoping to escape the fight unscathed. But Mac is going to be located in the arrow. Caught Bob. Oh, Bob immediately onto Bach. The one-letter difference. Not going to be sparing Bach there from another bloody death. A second telekinesis at least allows Mac to avoid the rebound. Hook is not going to find anyone. Boomy underneath his tier 4 towers is not also going to find any safety there. As Bob pops the BKB, Dismember is going to come out through, but the tier 4 tower is not doing nearly enough here. Glyph of Fortification used, but Execration just going where they please. Akashi from behind. Hello, what are you doing here? Disarm, but the BKB. Oh no, for the first 5 seconds, he's not doing anything, John. Tino is falling a bit low, has the self-grave creeps cloak, but doesn't get the chance to use it. So at least they will be able to send Execration packing here, but it's cost them quite a bit.
Yeah, they send him packing. Did cost a buyback. They lose a tier 3. But you're holding on. You know, you weren't ready to come in there on Palos. He did have the Shadow Step. There's no haunt. Shadow Step is ready. They've been more than willing to give this out, but they will smoke around it. Let's see if a steal happens again.
That'd be a sick. Can we see it twice in a game? Most importantly, the Meteor Hammer follow-up. Tino once again getting the familiars around the side. They have pretty good information now into the pit. Oh, Akashi this time secures the Aegis. Execration as well. Now caught by the global silence. Not too willing to fight into this. There's going to be now the haunt on in. Arrow somehow missing everyone there. They're completely alone. But look, Execration in with Fury and with the damage to follow up as well. Down goes Boomy. Bach will fall, and in their wake, Mac as well is decimated. The rest of Polaris retreat to the high ground with that.
And it just boils down to you're going all in on a hyper carry that you don't really naturally back up outside of controlling one hero.
Oh, that might be a good jump though. Oh no, I think he got off the stone form. Can't stop that one through the roar as well, and now they're looking to turn. Global silence has ended, and now the fight begins for Execration as they take down one. They're trying to focus now onto Akashi.
Oh no!
Oh, and that was his first life with the meta active. He's got Terror Wave and BKB when he respawns. Does get that one off at the very least, catches everyone with it, but now he needs to run here, John. 3 dead on his team. They've got buyback here on Mac as they continue to give chase. Bob from behind as well, and he will go down. No Meteor Hammer to secure his fate. But it's still just a pounding that they're taking as Bob outside of the ancient, or outside the fountain rather, will go diving. Akashi on the buyback now. Doesn't really have anything left other than the buyback to scare him off though. And Execration, blood in the water, sensing they can go for the 2-0 now, immediately hit tier 4s. There's Meteor Hammer as well. Pudge is gonna buy back. This has to be it now from Polaris. Mac blinks into the fray. There's gonna be now the haunt on in. They're immediately in onto Bach, bashing him up here by the Spectre. Down he goes, someone's refreshed. Mac as well has no way out. He shall fall. As the Ancient exposed, Rubik doing what he can now in the fray as Shanks still alive, finished off at last by Boomy, who can get himself into the fountain, but thrown half HP here and falling fast. They're continuing to stun up Akashi, who can do nothing. No, the Meteor Hammer!
Oh my God,
no!
not again!
3 times! No! And that made me 1 time too many as Akashi's gonna go down. Bob is godlike, Palos is godlike, Meteor Hammer is broken, and Execration.